We're back again. It's another Stitch of the Week from Craft Yourself Silly, and this time we are looking at, well, start right from the beginning. Gone back to scratch, and we've started with running stitch. So running stitch sounds really super simple. So we're going to show you running stitch, a couple of really good tips to help with your running stitch to get them nice and even, and also running back stitch, which is a really good outline stitch. So we're going to crack straight on, and then I'll come and show you some samples after. So where we start off with the running stitch is we come through from the back to the front, little knot in the back there, and it's simply kind of, it's what everybody learnt at school. It's just simply in and out, but to keep those stitches nice and evenly spaced, I have a top tip for you. So I'll just put that one in. I mean, I've got a bit of practice, so mine aren't too bad, but what you can do is, if you're looking to get nice even stitches, if you actually mark the side of your thumb with a pen that works, there you go, just like that on the side of your thumb, what you can do is just line them up with the side, and then when you go to put your next stitch in, if you pop up there and then move your thumb back along, and then your next one comes down there, you've got a little guide that you can use to keep your stitches nice and even. So that's running stitch. What we're now going to do is running back stitch. So I'm just going to move the thread along to the other side of this little hoop. So running back stitch is like, let me just find one in here for you. There you go. Running back stitch is like this one in here. So that's where you're actually getting a continuous line of running stitch. So really, really nice for outlines, for adding some detail. So to do that, we are going to do a normal running stitch and then pop it back up to the top. So it's looking like the first one, it's looking like a normal running stitch. But instead of going back down up here, what I'm going to do is come back down where the last stitch finished. And that's going to give me that continuous line. And then I'm going to come up further along and then back down where that last stitch finished. Now on the back, what you'll see is you'll get longer stitches on the back as well as those shorter ones. So you're going to get a lot more thread on the back, but you're going to get a really nice clean result on the front. So that's the running stitch, and then you've got the running back stitch. I'll show you a couple of examples in here. So this one is more kind of sashiko style embroidery. It's quite a famous Japanese style. Just this one isn't true sashiko because of the way that they cross over, and it shouldn't really do that, but it's nice to just have a little bit of a play and see what effect you can get with that basic running stitch. This one we'll come to in a later video because that's a whipped running stitch. That's the running back stitch, and then this one here just plays with colour, so you can get quite a lot of very different effects. If I show you the same one in the pinks and the purples, and then let's have a look in this one. Same one, different colours again. So you've got lots that you can do with a really, really basic running stitch, and this one is quite effective as well, because this one, just running stitch again, but what it uses is, it uses smaller stitches and larger stitches and just lets you play with the spacing to create different effects. So all of these projects can be found in the Running Stitch Stitch-onary, which you can find on our website, which is craftyourselfsilly.com.